Lighting it up at sunset might be my favorite part. This whole castle went up.
All right, that wasn't bad. For today's video, we're going to be testing the Sora 2 Pro model, a Pro version of Sora 2, which is obviously OpenAI's newest and most up-to-date video generation model. This was very popular a few days ago when it came out. It is very likely that you have seen a lot of coverage on this and are relatively familiar with it, so I don't want to spend a lot of time on a verbose introduction. Really, we're going to run some test generations using Sora 2 Pro, which I have finally gained access to after having to download the app on my phone, and then I was able to get access to it through the web interface, which was may or may not kind of involve some very angry messages sent to this AI support thing here. But regardless, I have access here. It takes a little bit of time to generate, definitely. This has probably been ongoing for about 10 minutes. And the first result that we're going to see here was prompted as POV, a party at Da Vinci's house. So I'm very excited to see what happens here. And we can note that based off of the knowledge base here, they say the difference, which you may be wondering, what is the difference between Sora 2 and Sora 2 Pro? So Sora 2 is tuned for speed and everyday creation, while Sora 2 Pro targets higher fidelity and tougher shots may take longer to generate. Okay.
Care for more wine, friend?
I'm well, thank you.
You made it.
Here's what I'm going to do. I've downloaded this. I will just put it in my video editing software so you can see it with the audio and everything how it's supposed to be.
Care for more wine, friend?
I'm well, thank you.
You made it.
Master Leonardo.
Welcome. Have a look. Our revelry through quick lines.
Lovely sketch.
It looks like a video game. This is a dead ringer to me for a video game. I don't know entirely if that was... Perhaps the prompt needs to be very detailed. I will say the audio generation here, forget the music, which was kind of bunk, but the audio generation here just of the person talking, saying a drink, Da Vinci talked about having a sketch, that was quite impressive. Obviously, this was a lot to take in at first, but I will say, this looks, honestly, my mind just jumps to like real-time generated video games from this. I mean, I'd love to hop in here and just start like so, all right, let's go ahead now, and I'm going to look up to see like how you're supposed to prompt this thing, and then we'll try another generated result. I'm just kind of browsing this Explore page to see what prompts folks are using to actually get some of these generated results, and I'm happy to see none of them are very intricate, so I think it's safe to actually go ahead and use fairly simple prompts to test this. I just kind of wanted to get a feel for what the best practice of testing this would be. I'm now trying something, what a Giga Chad sees walking down the street in a major city, super raw shot on Android 2012. That is something I found from the like AI slop feed that shows up here. So I have set everything here to basically the highest, with the exception of the duration. I do believe 10 seconds of this should be adequate, but the resolution is set to high and the orientation is set to landscape. So let's just go ahead and see. This will obviously take a relatively decent length of time to go ahead and complete. Since I can seemingly run multiple generations here, don't ask me why I thought of this, but I'm doing daytime TV paternity test result scene, but with fish instead of people.
Hey, what's up? Perfect. Hey, what's up? Perfect.
I'm going to download that and try it because it seems to have messed up the resolution.
Hey, what's up? Perfect.
I don't really have much to say about this one. That wasn't very good. That was rather disappointing. I think Da Vinci's party was better. It doesn't seem like it did a really good job doing a landscape result. It seems like our daytime TV paternity test result, but it's fish. Oh no.
All right. Got the results right here.
My fins are shaking.
Just tell us, please. Remy, in the case of little Coral, you are the father.
Oh, thank the tides.
All right. Got the results right here.
My fins are shaking.
Just tell us, please. Remy, in the case of little Coral, you are the father.
Oh, thank the tides.
I don't even know what to say. To be honest with you, I don't know what to say about that. did do what I asked, but I didn't specify cartoon fish. I kind of thought it would just do like realistic looking fish, but regardless of that, our next prompt, which is ongoing right now, is just an insane Minecraft time lapse. So we'll see what happens here. I do also have another one that I want to try, and this is basically just to see if it can do anything that would be somewhat more nefarious. So this is going to be a hyper-realistic holographic board game for a Kickstarter demo video 4K Ultra, and I'll go ahead and I will put that back into landscape because the fish paternity test landscape did work, and maybe we'll put it on 15 seconds and just see how it goes. We have another generation that's finished. Okay, so this is
This whole castle went up in just 3 hours of real time. Started with a simple quartz ring, stacked the tower, dropped in prismarine spires, and wrapped it all with gardens and a moat. Lighting it up at sunset might be my favorite part. This whole castle went up in just 3 hours of real time. Started with a simple quartz ring, stacked the tower, dropped in prismarine spires, and wrapped it all with gardens and a moat. Lighting it up at sunset might be my favorite. Lighting it up at sunset might be my favorite part. This whole castle went up.
All right,
in just
that
3
wasn't
hours of real
bad.
time. Started with a simple quartz ring.
So that's just insane Minecraft build time lapse. It was good, but the end result there was, I think, significantly decent. I don't know why that specific terminology came to mind, but the pan out shot and actually showing it at night was kind of impressive there. And it did understand time lapse very well, so that is actually kind of cool. I will, of course, just go ahead and download this so I can show them in the video. We're still waiting on two of our other generations here, which truthfully, okay, so one of them was the Kickstarter holographic board game, and the second was a simple animation of how a hard drive works. A bowling alley where humans are the pins and the pins are the ones bowling. We can go ahead and put that in portrait. I'll keep the resolution on high, and maybe we'll get 15 seconds out of this, which may be extremely disturbing or probably just disturbing. Ooh. Okay, that's really good.
Inside a hard drive, a polished platter spins at thousands of revolutions per minute, driven by the spindle motor in the center. The actuator arm pivots back and forth, positioning the tiny read-write head just...
This is like... For something like Keyshot, which is a very expensive high-end animation program, this is scary to see. So I just said make a simple and logical animation showing the inner workings of a hard drive. Now, it is quite possible that this is maybe like logically incorrect. However, the quality of what's actually being shown here is scary good. And this, I have used Keyshot a lot, and this really looks like a quality rendering result from the Keyshot software. So this is actually quite interesting. Its ability to render things. This is really, by far, this is the most impressive result. We do have another result finished here. It seems like some of ours disappeared, but that's okay. It will reappear. Oh, okay. So here's the
tabletop game This is HoloQuest, the first tabletop game that truly comes to life.
Three-dimensional terrain, animated characters, and the rules run themselves, so you just play.
Build bridges, summon dragons, and watch battles unfold in midair.
It knows whose turn.
I smell a 7-figure Kickstarter campaign. I'm going to do Agent Poopman movie trailer. Okay. Boom.
Watch and learn. All right, watch and learn. Smooth release, tiny hook.
Show them how it's done, Queen.
And roll.
Oh, first ball, 5 down.
Clean up the rest, champ.
My turn to sparkle. Boom! Strike!
That's what I'm talking about. Watch and learn. Smooth release, tiny hook.
Show them how it's done, Queen.
And
that wasn't as disturbing as I'd feared it might be, which actually, in my opinion, would bode well for the quality of this model. That is something that I believe in the past, in a previous video generation model, regardless of who made it, would have been quite scary to view. So that actually did a really decent job with it, to the point where it was far less funny than I'd hoped it would be. So the last thing we're waiting on here is, of course, the movie trailer for Agent Poopman, and then that will likely conclude this, as I truthfully have just been kind of sitting here waiting for these to finish, not even really playing my PSP, so it has been kind of a decent bit of time. Finally, our last result is done. The Agent Poopman movie trailer.
This fall. You ever think about quitting?
Only when I blink.
The world's least subtle spy.
You think you're the hero? You're just a plumber with a badge.
Good thing pipes aren't my only specialty.
Is going to flush out the truth.
That's a lot of bad guys for one man. Lucky for me, I'm number 2.
Agent this fall.
You ever think about quitting?
Only when I blink.
The world's least subtle spy.
You think you're the hero. You're just a plumber with a badge.
Good thing pipes aren't my only specialty.
It's going to flush out the truth.
That's a lot of bad guys for one man. Lucky for me, I'm number 2.
Agent Poop. This fall.
You ever think about quitting?
Only when I blink.
Okay, that is going to conclude the video testing this model. I don't have a lot to say. I'll say the audio syncing capabilities is extremely good. And in addition to that, I know it might be weird, but this simple and logical animation showing the inner workings of a hard drive was by far the most impressive result that I saw here, just based off of, in terms of using this for not like a slop feed tool like it's really been kind of sadly advertised, but in terms of using this for something perhaps more prudent and financially beneficial, it does seem like this may be able to augment specific workflows in like just needing to generate simple animations of things, even stock footage or something like that. So obviously the watermark would prevent that, but there are probably plans to offer this in a manner in which you can actually use the outputs without watermarks. It was interesting. It's definitely a significant step in the right direction. I do have to say, and I don't want to comment too much on this, but this explore page, especially when I go to latest, it's just really quite sad to see how stupidly this is being used. I understand probably someone who just generated the Agent Poop Man movie trailer with this doesn't have really a leg to stand on in saying that, but I feel it's perhaps more powerful than it's been advertised as being. I don't know, I'm probably just preaching and I have no intention to do so. So overall, it works fairly well. I think it has a lot of capabilities, and I guess you can kind of just judge these outputs for yourself. So with that, that is going to wrap up a rather obscure testing video of Sora 2 Pro. If you have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comments, and thanks for watching.